personally, as a citizen, I'm tired of politicians playing dumb, even years after the event. At any time along this path, Mr. Stewart could have revised his campaign finance reports. And he could have walked in here and said, now that I'm aware of these things, I fixed it.
If a radio ad ran on country music radio on a tiny station in Zanesville, 2 hours from my house, my law office, isn't it possible that I wouldn't hear that ad?
Yes, it's possible that you want to hear that ad, but I'm not sure why that's relevant. Once you became aware that the ad did run, you had an obligation to report it. And it's absurd that you're standing here saying this when you participated in the production of the radio ad. This is the kind of thing that I think citizens get sick of from politicians. This notion of it's my voice in the radio ad, but I didn't know anything about it. And even when I found out about it, I, as a politician, I'm just the dumbest person on earth, and I don't have the right to do any investigation. I don't go to the FCC database. I don't clean up my finance reporting because I think I can get away with this.
Now you're under cross-examination.
Mhm.
We don't want raising a voice. We don't want ad hominem attacks, like references to the word dumb, and we don't want testimony from that seat.
So Commission Member Kerschner is upset that I used the word dumb and that I refuse to be led down a path of ridiculous yes-no questions to create a false impression and a false narrative in support of Representative Brian Stewart's moronic claim that he was unaware of a radio ad in which he provided part of the voiceover. Mr. Kerschner, it seems to me, and it appears to the public, that you and your Republican colleagues on the Ohio Election Commission, Christina Hagan, Peter Stoutberg, and Steve Caraway, aren't there to clean up Ohio campaign finance after a $61 million bribe scheme, but are there to continue a cover-up and to continue practices that make it impossible for there to be fair primary elections. For God's sake, one of your crew of Republican Ohio Election Commission members, Stephen Caraway, has to recuse himself in anything involving Larry Householder because he was a lieutenant in the racketeering Larry Householder campaign organization.